Hey everybody!
Hey everyone, Adam and Sarah here, the Green Executive. Hope you're doing well.
Hello, hello.
Sarah, so we have sometimes contractors that we work with that have employees, or are they subcontractors actually? How do we know the difference? Right?
Well, the thing is that you don't necessarily make that decision. The state will make that decision for you and already has. So there are very specific rules on who qualifies as a 1099 or subcontractor and who qualifies to be a W-2 employee, a regular employee on payroll. And those rules are very specific because it's easy to want to put someone as a subcontractor or a 1099 employee, because that means less taxes for the company.
So that's why some people maybe do that and try to...
Here for sure, but there are really specific rules around that for that very reason, because you could be skirting taxes intentionally or not. So how do you know if if they're an individual person, how do you know that they should be on payroll, or if it's okay to make them a subcontractor employee? So first of all, if they are a subcontractor or an employee, either way, individuals and even businesses and someone you pay rent to, you need to have paperwork.
Yes.
So documents. So if they are on payroll, you need a W-2 filled out. Well, it's forms for them to be a W-2 employee, and you can just get those from your state, and there's federal ones as well. Then if they are a truly independent person working not on payroll, they need to fill out a W-9. So that W-9 needs to be on file, whether it is an individual, another company, or someone you're paying rent to. That's kind of newer in the world. So you need those and a certificate of insurance if you can get it.
Yes, certificate of insurance is huge, because like right now I just went through my yearly insurance audit and they wanted to know if we use any subcontractors, and we didn't. But
they want to know that. They're going to ask you.
If we did, they want to know so they can charge us appropriately for the proper insurance for our workers' compensation.
Because what happens is if you have subcontractors and you don't have certificates of insurance for them, your insurance company is going to charge you for insuring them. So you're going to pay insurance for them if they don't have it themselves. So that's what happens, is you end up paying for it.
How about, they're your employee. You can tell them where to go, where to be, what to wear, and all that.
I didn't get there, and I don't know where you're going with that.
Well, where I'm going with that was, I'm sorry, I didn't want to move too far ahead, but I wanted to talk about the difference between a W-2 and a W-9 employee.
Yes. So we don't want to miss that, because we got a little sidetracked on the paperwork, because the paperwork is important, and you have to have that on file. So how do you determine who can be an independent person filling out the W-9, or who needs to be on payroll and get a W-2? State will tell you. There's very specific guidelines, but in general, a rule of thumb is if they are reporting when and where you tell them and using your equipment, they're your employee.
There you go.
So yeah, it doesn't have to be overly complicated, but if they can work independently, consider subcontractor truly if you hired another business to go handle something for you. Say they were going to pour some concrete around a project you had. That's easy, clean cut. If it's a person, it's a little bit grayer. But if they are using your equipment and going when and where you tell them, then they're probably your employee.
So like an example would be like, be at this job site at 8 a.m. and have the concrete poured by 6 p.m. on Thursday.
And they're using your equipment.
Your equipment, then what are they?
Your employee.
Their employee, that's right.
Yeah, so if they're using your truck, your trailer, your equipment, they're probably your employee.
So make sure you can determine the difference between the two and do it correctly. If you have any questions, who could they ask? Would a CPA be able to help?
I would reach out to the Department of Labor in your state if you had a specific question.
All right. So there you go, guys. Hope that helps. Make sure you know the difference between a W-2 and a W-9 team member. Take care, everybody. Talk to you next week.
Because if you don't, what happens?
Ooh.
Because it said, or...
Yeah, could be some big fines.
Big fines, if you're intentionally doing it. I mean, there's big stories out there of people who have, criminally been charged with stuff with skirting taxes. So,
yeah. We don't want that to happen.
No.
Take care. We'll see you later. Bye.